find another woman, alright?
Go
This
ahead.
doesn't even matter.
Go ahead. I don't.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy. I'm gonna go find the other woman. Oh, that was a shit yawn. You know those yawns where you try to yawn and it doesn't really work? That was one of those. What a shame. Today we're gonna be reacting to some more videos. I don't really know what they're about, so we're just gonna go through them.
I just found out that my boyfriend was sleeping with another person and he was cheating on me. But the worst part is that he was cheating with his best friend. He was cheating with a guy.
Whoa, hold on.
He was cheating with a guy. And I don't know. We
Oh wow.
We broke up. But like I don't know. I don't even know what to say.
Wow, that's rough. That's brutal. Holy shit. That's a crazy way to find out you've been cheated on. That's wild. I don't even know what you would do in this situation. I mean, it wouldn't be that much of a shock if you're a dude. It's kind of hard for me to imagine that I would be dating a guy and I just find out he's gay because he cheated. You know, that doesn't really compute.
Just a reminder that the world shames women who are aging and have wrinkles, and then it shames women for having cosmetic surgery to try to do something about it. The world shames women who have babies at a young age or a teen mom, and then they shame women for having babies too old. The world.
I mean, come on. There's a big difference between being a teen mom and having kids too old. Come on now. Why do you make that comparison? It's perfectly normal if a woman's like 20, 21, 22 and wants to have kids. Nobody makes fun of that. Nobody says shit about it. So I don't know. I feel like you're kind of hitting low with that one.
For having babies too old. The world shames women for how they become mothers and how they mother, and then it also shames women for not having children at all.
What do you mean how they become mothers? The only situation I can imagine where they'd be shamed for how they become mothers is if they become single mothers. Which, yeah, you should be shamed for that. Everybody should be shamed for that. We want less of that in society. That's why the shaming has to happen. And shaming people for not becoming mothers is also perfectly normal. I actually really don't understand this new gen thing about not having children. We need to start shaming people who are not having kids. Having kids is literally your only purpose as a human being. Continuing our species is literally our only biological purpose. Everything else is just a bunch of made up mental bullshit in our heads, which doesn't matter at all. You know, all this purpose and fucking pushing society forward crap. You gotta have kids. If you don't have kids, your whatever it is that you do in your life is meaningless. You gotta have kids. So we should be shaming these women for not having children. What about single dads? The thing is, the woman is the one who controls access to the babies. So she has the bigger responsibility of who to allow to impregnate her. A man can impregnate whatever woman and just leave her and face no consequences and run away, right? And obviously the law would try to catch him, but the thing is, it's a lot easier to just get out as a guy if you wanted to. So the woman has the responsibility of, do I allow this or do I not? So it's a lot more imperative that you make a good decision in that than it is for a guy to make a good decision about it.
It shames women for not having children at all. It shames women for working too hard and then not working hard enough, for being.
I don't think that's true. I think the only people that shame women for not working hard enough is other women who are career women, and their opinion really doesn't matter. Like, no guy, really, no normal, like, masculine man would shame a woman for not working hard enough. That just sounds absurd. I never want any women I'm with to work. I just don't see why you would. I think that they shouldn't work. They can if they want. Look, I'm not gonna lock them in chains and throw them in my basement. They can work if they want, but I have no expectation of them to work. As long as they're not useless. Like, they gotta pull their weight in other ways, but they can't just lounge around all day. They got to do something, but it doesn't have to be work.
Being a stay-at-home mom or a mom that goes to work. A woman who has a body where they may be overweight, and then a woman who is on a diet. The world.
Again, this is women insulting each other. Men don't really go like, oh, you're too skinny. You know, that doesn't happen really that often. Maybe when you're young, maybe when you're like teenagers. But I've never heard a man in his like mid-20s or older say anything about a woman being too skinny.
It's going to shame you either way. So just do whatever the fuck you want.
That's a good way to finish that. That's a solid conclusion. The world is going to hate you no matter what you do. You can't be perfect. You could be the next coming of Jesus. Someone's going to hate you. You could literally be the most perfect person alive and somebody's going to hate you for it. There's nothing you can do. So you might as well do whatever the fuck you want. I like that as a message. It's a good message to give to people.
Well, I'm not going to. No, I'm not going to do.
Melissa, I come home from work. The house is all dirty. What do you do all day?
I've been working.
Working?
Just because you go into work and I work off my computer doesn't mean anything.
Working? It looks like you haven't been working because the house is all dirty. The dishes are still out. How about you go clean them? Like, because
The
it's your
dishes?
job.
Those are
This sounds so fake. His screaming sounds so acted. Is it just me that thinks that? This has gotta be fucking fake. There's no shot.
your dishes.
I don't care. It's your job. You're
It's
the
not
woman.
my job. I'm
You
your
are the
wife.
woman.
Ever since we've gotten married, why have you started acting like this?
You are the woman. It's your job. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna go find another woman.
Also, he sounds like such a soy boy. Do you hear it in his voice? It's like, you know what? I'm gonna go find someone else. I think if someone's cheating on someone, then the marriage should just end like that. Yeah, I don't disagree. I think that what makes cheating bad is not necessarily the act itself, because that can vary whether people care about it or not. It's the betrayal. It's just a huge betrayal of certain boundaries that you set. That's why it's not good to stay with somebody who cheated on you, because if they broke those boundaries, then you can't trust them. Like they don't love each other or something. This is going to be a controversial take, but you don't have to be in love to be in a successful marriage. A marriage does not necessarily come with happiness and love and romance. Most of it is about duty and responsibility. Now, it's a nice thing to have, of course. Everybody wants that. I'm not saying anything wrong with that. But I feel like you're way more likely to have a relationship that works if you have very good attributes, like you understand what duty is, you understand responsibility, you understand loyalty, and you don't have love, as opposed to a relationship which doesn't have any of those things and only has love.
You know what? I'm gonna go find another woman. All right?
Go
This
ahead.
doesn't even matter.
Go ahead. I
Go
don't
there.
care.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy. I'm gonna go find the other woman.
Actually does
I'd
her
rather
job.
be with someone that does 50-50 and doesn't think the
I'll actually go
women.
get someone that does her job.
Okay,
in the
good.
House.
You go find someone. Good,
Like,
good
cleans
luck.
the house
Good
and
luck
does the
finding
dishes.
someone that's gonna put up with your bull.
It's not.
The whole 50-50 thing is kind of stupid. Like, you don't have to split everything 50-50. You can split responsibilities fairly equally. As in, say, a guy goes to work, the woman does the household stuff. That, to me, is just as much 50-50 as both people going to work, both people doing the dishes, whatever. I feel like it's more so that you want to feel appreciated in a relationship. That's what matters most. You don't want to feel like you're being taken advantage of. So it doesn't matter how evenly you split things. You should want to try to help the other person. But either way, this is completely bullshit. So
Not bowl. Now get up. I'll make you do the dishes.
No,
How
you're
about
not
that?
making me do anything.
How about
I'll make you do the dishes. It can't be real. Surely not. That guy sounds like estrogen.
you get
Get
up
away
and
from
go
me,
get
Tom.
the dishes?
Don't touch me.
Get up.
No,
and
I'm not
go
gonna.
do
No,
the
I'm not gonna do
dishes.
anything. Back away from me.
It's
I'm
your
serious.
job.
It's not my job.
Then get out of my house.
Okay, I will.
Get up.
No,
and
I'm not.
Yeah, no, this can't be real. No shot. Splitting responsibilities makes the most sense. Yeah, but it depends on your setup. Like I said, it doesn't, 50-50 doesn't have to mean both people do everything split in half. You know, it can mean that one person does these things, one person does other things. Like, I think a stay-at-home mom is easily a 50-50 thing. If you're taking care of kids and the husband is out working, that's a 50-50 relationship as far as I'm concerned. One of the top comments, sorry, he's right. To be fair, if you are okay, let's forego the whole over-the-top aggressiveness and hatred from the husband here. In this situation where she does have a stay-at-home job, like she has a remote job and he's out working, I still think that it makes a lot more sense for her to do the dishes because he spends extra time traveling to get to work. And being at work, in my opinion, is a much more heavy mental overhead than staying at home is. So she's probably saving another hour or two at home on top of him. So in my opinion, she should do the dishes.
Marriage is a trap. Do not do it. Nobody wants to be doing this every single day. It is a trap. You know what the real trap is? We traded loyalty for options, respect for attention, commitment for convenience. Now women are walking all over the place saying, we don't need a man. And the man have stopped becoming the man that we dreamed of. We say we want safety, but we reject structure. We want love, but we treat submission as if it was slavery. The truth is, marriage isn't a trap. Loneliness and bitterness is. One day you'll wake up alone and you will realize being alone, doing life alone, that's the real trap.
Yep, she's absolutely right. I mean, everything in life is just perspective. If you have a victim mentality and you look at everything as something happening to you, then that's how you're going to feel. You're going to feel like everything is constantly against you, like God is punishing you in some way. The only way you can really live a fulfilling life is by having the perspective that you have a fulfilling life. Because you can think of it this way. How come there's people that are homeless and they have supposedly terrible lives? Some of them are addicts. Some of them have bunch of other problems. But why are some of them happy? How is it possible that a person in seemingly horrible conditions could feel any joy at all? It's because it's all about perspective. Maybe they just love the freedom. Maybe they're willing to sacrifice it, and maybe they made the choice to be that way. And if that's the case, then they can find joy in what they have done. So the biggest problem with the majority of people is not that their lives suck, it's that the perspective on their life sucks. You can literally flip your life around like this in the next minute by simply being grateful for everything you have as opposed to being ungrateful for everything you don't. That simple shift is the most important way that you can live a better life. There's no other way that you will ever be fulfilled. You can chase money, you can chase cars, you can chase women, you can chase whatever the fuck you want. None of it is going to fulfill you until you realize that your life is good the way it is. And not because of the things that you have, or worrying about the things that you're missing. It's all perspective. That's what people don't understand when they say that they would be happy if they were rich. You wouldn't be. You'd be just as upset because once the novelty of the money wears off, you're going to be just as depressed as before because you're going to realize that every problem still exists. You could still be extremely unhealthy, overweight, not have any friends, not really be that close to your family, not have children. All these problems are still going to exist. So it's not really going to fix your life the way that you think it will. True happiness and true joy comes from self-reflection and perspective.